This is the book of Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 41, verse 7 in the Apocrypha as my preface precept. The book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 41, verse 7 is my preface precept. And it reads, "The children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake." It's the book of Sirach, chapter 41, verse 7, and the Apocrypha as my preface precept. Fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. Copyright Act of 1976.
107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Bear with me. Something's acting up here. Bear with me. Electronics, bro. Electronics. God damn. Come on now. Where was I? I was all set up. And then, but let me bear with me as well. I got it right here. Here it is.
Siri's dictation was driving me crazy. So Siri does with this. Can you share the
my tank up?
I mean, it's definitely insane.
You put 20 in here, you gotta be back in like 30, 40 minutes.
I'm looking at like 80 something. And I refuse to fill up right now paying that.
If I don't work overtime, I can't live.
It's honestly devastating because people can't even afford food, so how are we supposed to afford gas?
Gas prices are at their highest point in nearly 4 years and keep on climbing. How you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us at 10. I'm Tricia Mackey.
And I'm Rob Williams. AAA says the national average jumped another 5 cents and now sits at $4.23 a gallon.
Here in the tri-state, we're seeing a lot closer to $5 a gallon.
Yeah, Allie Henner joins us live with what you need to know.
Yeah, Rob, Tricia, that's right. So we're at a Marathon gas station here in the West End tonight where it's sitting at about $4.79 a gallon, which is a big jump than it has been. There are only 3 counties in the state of Ohio where that average price for a gallon of regular gas is below that $4 mark. Those counties nowhere near Hamilton County. Here in Cincinnati, prices have soared to nearly $5 a gallon, forcing people to make tough decisions at the pump.
I did not realize I'm totally on empty. And it's $4.99. That's ridiculous.
Gas Buddy says the average regular gas price in Hamilton County is about $4.25 a gallon. But after driving around Wednesday, we've noticed $4.79 at several gas stations, with diesel fuel topping out at $5.49 a gallon.
I went to Sam's Club to be cheaper, and it's $4.29. The time I left Sam's Club, it was $4.99. I mean, last week it was $3.29.
And the Speedway in Fairfax reaching $4.99, the highest Ohio has seen in years, driven by the U.S.-Iran war and a deadlock between the two nations over reopening a major trade route for oil.
Ridiculous. We're having a war that we shouldn't even be into right now, and we're all paying for it.
Some in Cincinnati definitely seeing the sticker shock.
I cannot fill my car up. I just can't do it. I mean, this is crazy.
Gas prices are now up well over $1 since the Iran war began, with Cincinnati area prices averaging $2.79 a gallon in mid-February.
Like, I work at a Jeep dealership. $55 would fill up a Wrangler. Now it's like $100 to fill up a Wrangler.
Riley Reynolds says she has to fill up her tank, living far away from her job, and says she doesn't know how people can afford it.
Mine was $40. I'm up to $70 on a hybrid. Yeah, so it's definitely insane. Even with having a hybrid car, it's not helping with these prices.
Gas prices are averaging lower across the river, but they're still up. In Kentucky, the average is $4.11, up 28 cents from yesterday's average. Over in Indiana, the average is $4.39.
For people, I pray for you. I pray and hope that we get through this, but we got a long ways to go.
Well, we also went out to a gas station in Amelia where they had their gas priced at $3.59, which is just unheard of today. So everyone raced over there to fill up their tanks, and they ended up running out of gas. And we've seen that at a couple other stations across the area. So no word yet on when these prices will go down, but certainly after a resolution is made with the conflict in Iran, and we'll definitely keep you updated. For now, we're live in the West End with photojournalist Philip Krinsky, Ali Hennard, Fox 19.
I want to tell you a story.
Okay, let's go back to my preface precept. This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 41, verse 7 and 8. The children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake. 8th verse. Oh, I'm sorry. That's all I wanted. Sirach 41, verse 7 is my preface precept. Before I get started with this live lesson, I'd like to give all praise and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Kwadash. Once again, double honors to the apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone that taught me this truth, that rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful 144,000 elect men, saints that are left on planet Earth, as well as the 1/3 men, women, and children only in these last days. And to the new and to the few brothers and sisters listening to me that's in this truth, to you I say, Shabbat Shalom. This is your brother Kawas coming to you with another lesson in this truth, 24/7, 365. Once again, Israel, this is what I do to get you in the mood. Kwam Nasharallah. Rise, Israel. We got next, baby, any day now, guaranteed. Can't wait. Book it. The two most important things you will ever know as a Hebrew Israelite in this knowledge and this truth is the name of our power, which is Yahweh, and the name of his son, which is Yahweh Shai. Esau Edom, E-S-A-U. Esau Edom is the so-called white man. He's not white, but he's red. He's our red, sinister, Hebrew, big brother, enemy. Esau Edom. We are Jacob of the Bible. I was woke up in the spirit this morning, man. You know, being in Shabbat, already in Shabbat mode, on the phone all night with the bros. And so I woke up with the spirit on me heavy, man. And, you know, you go after you pray, you go to your social media, man, and you hit play or find a video, the first video pop up, whatever. And it was just about the gas prices, bro. So I'm going to bring this out one more time and listen to what Jake say, bro. Listen to this. Shalom on the comment board, to the bros on the comment board. Yabashim Shabrakatah, Barakatham to you and your households. Shabbat Shalom. King Rayab, GMS Strive for Majesties 144, subscribe, be edified. GMS Hopeful Elect 144K, Fear and Trembling, _, Fear and Trembling. I'm sorry, GMS Hopeful 144, Fear _ Trembling, subscribe, be edified. Itazawam Hopeful Elect, subscribe, be edified. Yabashim Shabrakatah, Barakatham, you and your household. Like I said, this particular video right here with Jake, check out what Jake say, bro. Check this out. Let me see if I can get back to it. Listen to what Jake said.
Put my tank up.
I mean, it's definitely insane.
You put 20 in here, you got to be back in like 30, 40 minutes.
Bro, that's true. And see, one thing about gas in other states, I live in California, Southern California, where there are more cars on the road than any other state, but we pay the highest gas prices. That's weird, but you would think where the more cars are, the less gas would be, but we have more cars on the road than any other state, but we pay more gas. Crazy. But I found out why we pay more gas price than any other state across the country, because our gas is like better. It's like, it's not watered down, because if it was, it would be problems out here. A lot of people complaining. Now, we do have cheap gas stations that have watered down gas, but I don't go there. But maybe over a decade ago, maybe just a little over a decade ago, I was going through that, what Jake was saying. I would go get some gas, put 40, 50 bucks in, then I'd be back in 2 or 3 days. And my rib said to me one day, she said, "You sure going to the gas station a lot?" But it didn't really dawn on me that I was going a lot. I just looked at it as shit. I mean, got to go to the gas station. And I thought about it. I was like, man, I'm going to stop going to America. It was called American Gas, because I'm trying to save some money, right? Man, I stopped going to these, bro. All I deal with is Chevron, Mobil, Exxon. I don't give a damn, bro, because I'm not going to put that cheap shit in my car and I'll be right back. Like Jake said, I put 20 bucks in and I'm right back in 30 minutes. And one of the reasons why is because across the country, not California, but across the country, definitely starting in the Midwest, I'm assuming now, the Midwest and beyond, going further east of the country, the gas is thinner. So yeah, you're paying. Everyone is paying cheaper gas prices than us here in Southern California, but the gas is thinner. So Jake said he put a dub in. He got to come back 20, 30 minutes later. Let's hear him again, bro.
My checkup.
I mean, it's definitely insane.
You put 20 in here, you got to be back in like 30, 40 minutes.
That's because the gas is so thin. Now, real quick, listen to this older Jake right here. This may be it where he said he has to work overtime just to survive. Listen to this shit, bro. Let me see if I can catch it. Bear with me.
And that
If I don't work overtime, I can't live.
Come on, this man looked like a senior citizen, bro. He is a senior citizen. He got to work overtime to survive. That's that cruel Lord. And that goes back to the preface precept that I brought out right here. The children of America with a triple K will complain of an ungodly father. We was talking about this last night, the bros on the phone. We were saying that there's a spirit now across the whole country of America, bro. There's a heaviness across the whole country of America. Everybody's feeling it, bro. Everybody. This generation especially is going through it heavily, man. Everybody's struggling. It's across the whole country. So the children will, Sirach 41:7, the children will complain, and they're complaining of an ungodly father, Esau, Edom, DJT, the billionaire banking families. Why? Because they shall be reproached. Having to work overtime just to survive is a reproach. What if you get sick? What if you get ill? Can't go to work? It's a wrap. Because they shall be reproached for his sake. The quarterly average came out. I didn't bring this up. I'm putting this up raw. The quarterly average came out with the petroleum companies from last year or whatever, however that quarter earning thing worked. Bro, if I can remember what they said, like last quarter they made, like let's go back 2 quarters ago. They made like 1.3 billion before this war started. It went up to like 3-something billion, bro. So they doubled their profits. So Esau Edom is gaining, is making more money off this. So it's not about to stop, man. Ain't nobody complaining. I mean, they're complaining, but they're not complaining because if you really was pissed off about what's going on with this gas, you would just boycott the gas companies for a week. But no, what Jake Eve, these American Negroes, stupid ass people do, we're going to boycott gas for 1 day. Come on, man. If you tell me I'm not coming over today, I'll wait till tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. You be here tomorrow to get some gas. But if you take a week off from going to the gas station, now they'll start saying, well, wait a minute now. Hold on. We taking a hit. So the children will complain of an ungodly father. Why? Because they shall be reproached for his sake. Let me see. Let me get this one real quick. Let me get this other video. Bear with me. Let me get this one. Now, this is an article, as we already know. Spirit, from what we're hearing, we're going to find out. Spirit Airline has officially shut down after 34 years of cheap, affordable flights after failing to secure a government bailout. Now, that's a twofold situation. One, by Spirit going out of business, that means less competition. So now the airline prices are not going to get any better because now everybody going to have to go to American, Southwest, things of that nature, right? And you and I know that Jake, we fly Spirit. So now Jake ain't gonna be able to get these cheap flights anymore. And this is a plot to hit Spirit. He didn't hit Southwest. He didn't hit whatever. He hit Spirit where Jake fly. Okay, now check this one out, right? Check this out. I saw this morning, and one of the reasons why I wanted to get on this mic. Check this out, bro. Let me fast forward this if I can. Let me turn the volume up. Bear with me. Check this out. Once again, fair use, Copyright Act of 1976.
Y'all want to hear this?
Peace, family. Quick reminder for those of you who do not already know, on May the 1st, that's right, Friday, May the 1st, 2026, our federal government will be increasing the amount of ethanol in the gas to 15%. You know, it's already 10%. They're going to increase that amount up to 15%. Now, in case you don't know, that's kind of catastrophic for older cars. So if you have, you know, a 2020 and up, you should be okay. But still, you're going to experience a drastic drop in how much you get per gallon as far as mileage is concerned. Your mileage is going to drop. Now, if you have a car 2020 and down and or older, you're going to experience some catastrophic things that could affect your engine and how long it lasts in your car. You know, tearing up seals and operation and whatnot. So to thwart what's going on, you need to get an ethanol.
You brothers see that? Grab that Lucas. I like Lucas too. I use their fuel injection cleaner. Get that Lucas Safeguard ethanol. What to say? Fuel conditioner.
Safeguard. This is one of the best that's out right now. Lucas Safeguard ethanol. You need to add that to your fuel. It treats up to 80 gallons. You need to add that to your cars. You know what I'm saying? Because we wouldn't want your engine to fail and you have to get an EV or be influenced to get an EV because you no longer want to deal with the gas problem that's been created. I don't want to say it's deliberate, but
yeah, it is.
Like I said, I'm right now. It's still a little early here on the West Coast, so my thoughts is kind of stacked up on each other. But bro, I keep going back to this cruel Lord, bro. Let me get to Isaiah 19. I thought I had. Yeah, I got it right here. Oh my God, bro, this man is thick. I just talked about that a minute ago. How the gas is thicker, or if it burns slower here on the West Coast than it does in the Midwest and to the East. The water is thinner. I mean, the gas is thinner, so therefore they charge cheaper prices. So now everybody's gas about to get thinner, less gas mileage. Well, if you don't mind, one more time, Bubba Shaw, let me hear him explain that one more time about that ethanol. Bear with me.
Y'all want to hear this?
Peace family. Quick reminder for those of you who do not already know, on May the 1st, that's right, Friday, May the 1st, 2000.
And that goes a lot to that big, beautiful bill. We kind of forgot about that. Well, some of us did, because I know a lot of brothers, we did videos on that late last year when Trump came out with that big, beautiful bill. And once it got signed into Congress, you know what I mean? All the distractions with the Epstein, the New Year's, the Epstein, the war, you know, gas prices. We kind of forgot the big, beautiful bill, what was going to be in it, the lowering of the EBT benefits, and as well as this ethanol. So this man is on a mission, bro. And we, hopeful elect men and one of the men, women, children, we are aware of this, but the world isn't, right?
2026, our federal government will be increasing the amount of ethanol in the gas to 15%. You know, it's already 10%. They're going to increase that amount up to 15%. Now, in case you don't know, that's kind of...
So once again, it's going to make the gas thin, less gas mileage. Like Jake said in that previous video, he said, I put a dub in, $20 in, I got to come back in 30 minutes. Well, how much more now? You may have to put $50 in and then come back in 30, 40 minutes. We are living under this cruel Lord, bro. Let me grab this real quick. I was going to use this as my preface precept, but I didn't. I'm going to use this now. Check this out. Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 6. Wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them. That's DJT, that spirit of Alexander, the spirit of Antiochus, the spirit of DJT, the spirit of the billionaire banking families, the Rothschild, the DuPont, the Bilderberg, the spirit of the Edomite, as well as the Amalekite. Wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them. Slay who? You American, two-third Jake, Negro, Christian, Latino, backsliders, heathens. And a wolf of the evening shall spoil them. So this man is a wolf. He's a lion and a wolf. Listen, a leopard. We know a leopard, right? Alexander, you know, Antiochus, all these Edomite Roman kings, sissies. A leopard shall watch over their cities. That's not good. That's not good. Because we just read it. Wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially. Oh, people are overwhelmed. This nigga just hammering difficulties. And a wolf of the evening shall spoil them. That's not good. Ruin you. You're being ruined, Jake. But, oh, brother, no, nigga, you're being ruined and you don't even understand it or why. A leopard Jeremiah 5, verse 6, a leopard shall watch over their cities. That's not good. Why would a leopard watch over the city? He's looking for prey. He's looking for people to devour. That's the devil, right? To kill, steal, destroy. Everyone that goeth out there shall be torn in pieces. And they're being torn in pieces now, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially. Why? Because their transgressions are many. Let's see, Jake E., Keisha, Latino Christian, backslider, out of order family member. Oh, brother, we're going to get through this, brother. I mean, no, your transgressions are many, man. You're eating swine's flesh every day. You're committing adultery. You're smoking heroin-based marijuana and tobacco. Oh, wait a minute. I just thought about that. Damn, I don't have it. But damn, I got it somewhere. But bro, they about to increase the nicotine. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. They about to increase the nicotine. Increase the nicotine. Am I saying? No, I didn't spell it right. Yeah, bro, I'm gonna get slack. I'm putting this up wrong. I'm trying to make this long. Give me about another 10 minutes. Increase the nicotine. God damn. Let me see. Let me see if I can find that, bro. No. How can I find that? No. Slocky is Rumble Oaks. Let me calm down. Let me see. How can I type that in? Damn. Bear with me, Israel. I'm a little excited. Let me do this right. Let me stay in the spirit. Hold on. Let me see if I can type this. Government to increase nicotine. Let me see if I can find that. There was a video. Slocky Israel. Government says the measures will help with no. I'm not gonna look for it, but I'm having a hard time bringing it up, but it's okay. But look it up, bros. They about to increase the nicotine. So who do nicotine? Who smoke Newports? Jake E. Who smoke Black and Milds? Jake E. Who smoke Cool Filter Kings? Jake. They about to increase the nicotine, and I probably can find that, but let me kind of stick right here because I'm a little all over the place. I don't want to. So let me get back to that Jeremiah 5 real quick. That Jeremiah 5 verse 6. Wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them, and a wolf of the evenings shall spoil them. A leopard shall watch over the city to devour them, right? Everyone that goeth out there shall be torn in pieces. Why? Because their transgressions are many, and their backslidings are increased. Let's get this video. Bear with me. What's this one? I got another. I thought I had right here. I'm sorry. Here we go. Let me go to my profile. Let's bring this up real quick. Bear with me. Right here. This
story this morning, as many as 150,000 Illinois staff participants will lose their benefits tomorrow because of new stricter rules that were put in place in the Trump administration's so-called One Big Beautiful Bill. So it requires all able-bodied adults 64 or younger to meet some new work requirements to keep their food stamp benefits by either working, volunteering, or going to school for at least 80 hours a month. If they don't, they lose their benefits entirely on May 1st, again tomorrow, unless they qualify for an exemption. So for more on this, let's bring in Danielle Perry, Vice President of Policy and Advocacy at the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we're really down to the wire here. I know a big concern for your organization is families tomorrow not being able to buy food for their families. We had the work requirements go into effect in February, but tomorrow the cutoffs begin. What should people know this morning right now?
They should know it's not too late. You can still file an exemption. On the state's website, abe.illinois.gov, you can check and see if you're exempt. It takes like 60 seconds. So everyone who's hearing this should check and see if they're exempt. And if you are, get that exemption form in today.
And some of those exemptions, what are they? What are the most common types that people might be exempt for?
Most common is having a physical or mental ailment, but there's also one for caregivers, for people who may be a caregiver for someone under 6 or with someone with a disability. You could be pregnant, you could be in school part-time. There's so many, I couldn't name them all. That's why it's good to do the screener. It takes literally 60 seconds.
And if you go and do that screener, maybe someone you tell them to go do the screener and they find out they are being cut off tomorrow, what's the next step then? Is it too late at that point?
It's not too late because you can get back on the program. Okay. So if, let's say, you are kicked off, you have a month to show that you have been working the 80 hours or volunteering the 80 hours or participating in a job program. Once you can show that, we can get you back into the program.
And I know right now the Greater Chicago Food Depository and so many groups are really trying to alert families about this because a lot of people still don't know or still are going to be impacted. But let's talk about the impact for local grocers too. I know so many of their customers rely on these SNAP benefits to buy food.
That's right. We see some of these grocers or even the local corner store has 20-30% of their revenue come from SNAP. So this hit could mean they have to roll back jobs or increase prices on the rest of us. And in some places, they will close.
And that is horrible, of course, especially for your local shops, run by your local families. But then there's the ripple effect because you got your pantry, like you guys, biggest, really, and you're expecting long lines there in the coming days.
Absolutely. So we have hundreds of partners throughout.
It was one where they were showing, I'm not going to go to it, where now the lady's going to start doing more peanut butter jelly sandwiches. So, yeah, so he's hitting us with our finances. He's hitting us with our employment. So let's get back to this precept, Salakia. So that was Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 6. I'm going to just go through these precepts and I'm out. So that was Jeremiah 5, verse 6. Let's go to Isaiah 19. We all familiar with this precept because it came out. We was hammering this a lot late last year, and we're going to bring it back out now with this man coming with this SNAP benefit decrease as well as increased gas prices. So bear with me. Let me get that from the top. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 1 through 4. Quickly. The burden of Egypt. I'm in Isaiah 19 and 1. The burden of Egypt. A burden is not good. And we all know Egypt means bondage. In modern day Egypt is America with a triple K, Rome 2.0. So this is a burden. We're living under a burden. We're living under a curse. We living under bondage, in bondage, the burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt, right? Can't wait. And the idols of Egypt, America with a triple K, shall be moved at his presence. Can't wait. That's why we usher in the coming of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shah. And the heart, the mind of Egypt, America with a triple K, shall melt in the midst of it. Now we know that's when Yahweh Shah cracked these clouds. But right now, the burden of Egypt is causing the hearts of these Americans to melt, right? Because they're complaining of an ungodly father. Second verse, Isaiah 19. And I will, this is a guarantee for the Most High Yahweh, and I will set the Egyptian, modern day Americans against the Egyptians. So Americans against Americans. Remember the movie A Civil War? Where the old boy said, I'm an American. And dude said, well, what kind of American? It says, I will set Egyptian against Egyptian, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Verse 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail. I said that a moment ago. There's a spirit, there's a cloud over America, bro, from all the way from the west, all the way from Hawaii, all the way to the east coast of the mirth is gone, of depression and worry and fear and doubt. You can't even plan, like you want. You got to kind of like, let's say you buy a ticket, like I had bought a ticket to go back to my hometown before the war. So the prices was pretty good. But what if I would have waited? Or so now, what if I want to go back to my hometown and visit again? Shit, I got to see what I got to plan it out. I can't just make plans. I got to see what may happen. I'm not about to go somewhere and be stuck, can't get back, or got to drive back from the East Coast to the West Coast. So you can't even plan like you want. The children shall complain of an ungodly father. Isaiah 19:3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail, and it has failed, and it is failing. America with a triple K is circling the drain. The arrow is pointing down. The thrill is gone. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. And we're watching it happen. And like the bro Yawadon said out of GMS Chicago last night on the phone, he said, bro, we're supposed to be happy right now, bro. We're supposed to be celebrating, fellowshipping even more with the bros, with the brotherhood, and watching this world fall apart, because this is what we want. This is what we desire. This is what we've been praying for, bro, for this shit to fall apart. So we should be super duper happy every day. It's camp day today, right? It's camp day, right? Man, I'm so excited, bro. Man, I'm excited. I'm ready. Woo, you see I'm on the mic now. Isaiah 19:3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. This nigga's wisdom to increase nicotine, to put more ethanol in the gas, to make it burn less and more, bro. And they shall seek to idols. Now you want to call on Caesar. Now you want to seek your idols, Baphomet, Baal, right? And to charmers. Now you want to go to the gypsy and the voodoo and the palm readers, right? And to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards, right? Here's my point. Isaiah 19, verse 4. And the Egyptians, modern day Americans, will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord. Who's the cruel Lord? DJT, Nero, 44. And a fierce king, DJT, shall rule over them, says the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, the power of hosts. Okay, that was Isaiah 19, verse 1 through 4. I read Jeremiah 5 and 6. Let's get to Isaiah 10 and 5. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 5. O Assyrian, the rod of my anger. Woo, that's DJT, modern day Esau, the Edomite, DJT. He's the rod of my anger, and the staff in their hand is my indignation. So Jakey, Keisha, Latino, backslider, prosperity gospel lovers, they don't understand that this is part of the righteous indignation of the Most High Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Let me see. Let's go back. Sirach 41, verse 7 and 8. The children will complain of an ungodly father. Why? Because they shall be reproached for his sake. Verse 8, Sirach 41, verse 8. Woe, that's not good, be unto you ungodly men. Who's the ungodly men? DJT, these billionaire banking families, the Rothschilds, the DuPont, the Bilderbergs, and you two third-rate Negro, Christian, Latino backsliders. You're the ungodly men as well. You Caesar Borgia worshipers, America with a triple K lovers, which have forsaken the law of the Most High. DJT, billionaire banking families, they have forsaken the law of the Most High. How much more you, Jakey, Keisha, Latino Christian, who's complaining of an ungodly father? You have forsaken the law as well. You still calling on cheese and rice and Caesar Borgia and committing adultery and hoping things get better. And we're going to vote our way through this, brother. We're going to get through this, brother, right? For if you increase, and this man is, his profits has doubled. The petroleum company's profits has doubled. You think they want that money to stop? We're paying it. We're still paying. We're still going to the pump. I told you got to boycott at least minimum of a week of everybody in America, no gas for a week. Maybe they'll say, you know what, we need to maybe lower the gas prices because they're not going, we're taking a loss here. No, you're still paying it because you're weak, you're simple. It says, for if you increase, and they have increased their profits, it shall be to your destruction, Esau. That was Sirach 41, verse 7 and 8. And I got 2nd Esdras chapter 2, verse 27. And it reads, be not weary. What is weary? You're tired of doing what's right. Be not weary, hopeful elect men, 1/3 men, women, and children, and Lord willing, we're part of that number. Be not weary. Keep hitting the highways and the byways. Keep studying. Keep reading. Keep praying. Keep doing videos. Keep ruling your home in righteousness. Keep the Sabbath days, right? Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, and we are in the beginning of these days of trouble and heaviness coming, because we know it's going to get worse. But right now, people are through. So how much more later? For when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, and we are in it, the beginning, others shall weep and be sorrowful. And that's all we see on social media, people complaining. But you, the hopeful elect men, 1/3 men, women, and children, and Lord willing, we're part of that number, but you shall be merry and have abundance. That's why we ought to be celebrating, bro. Fellowshipping more. Talk more with the bros in the camp, man. Your little clique that you got, you get along with bros, and some bros that you're real tight with, man, increase that fellowship, man. We supposed to be celebrating every day, bro. It says, but you shall be merry and have abundance. This has been your brother Kawas Malak and the brothers on the comment board. This has been this man is Merciless with the brothers on the comment board. King Atazawam, King Rayab. I'm not GMS 144 Fear and Trembling. And hope Lord when it was edifying to the point. Once again, fair use, fair use. Fair use, fair use, Copyright Act of 1976. It's your brother Kawas Malak, Barakatha Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishop, the great millstone, that taught me this truth, that rule well. Peace and salutation to the whole 144 elect. One more video.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
You want to subscribe to this page? It's Manatazak Banyumyan 144. Subscribe, be edified.
Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai.
But I would not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep, that ye sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. For if we believe that Yahweh died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in death will God bring with him. But this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. But the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God, and the dead in Christ shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, to meet the Lord in the air. And so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore, comfort one another with these words. Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord, which according to his abundant mercy hath begotten us again unto a lively hope by the resurrection from the dead, to an inheritance incorruptible and undefiled, and that fadeth not away, reserved in heaven field, who are kept by the power of God through faith unto salvation, ready to be revealed in the last time, wherein ye greatly rejoice. But now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh, whom, having not seen, ye love, in whom, though now ye see him not, yet believing, ye rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory, receiving the end of your faith, even the salvation of your souls.
Like I said, once again, Yahbashim Shabrakatah, Barakathum, you and your households, and the brother on the comment board. This is your brother Kawas Malak. Thank you for listening. To the next one is Rayel. To you, I say Shalom and Abba Babal, DTA. We got next. Shalom.